Okay, so I've been cleaning out the chicken coop today, and this kind of gives you an idea of why I don't get as many videos up as I probably should, because it kind of slows down the progress of your work trying to video, and if you've got a lot that needs to be done, it can make it more time consuming, slower, and well, you can see, I don't have to tell you. But I thought I'd make a quick video and discuss something with you guys. And this is going to be that you need to practice whatever you want to be good at. Okay? You know, when things happen, I mean, it's not choreographed. You know, meaning that you aren't going to automatically jump into action and be able to do amazing things. Newsflash, you're not John Wick, okay? So, you know, don't just assume that you are going to be a good farmer, gardener. Don't assume that you're going to be a good shooter, a sharpshooter, or good with knife work, or don't assume that you're going to be able to hike for miles. You know, one thing I've been doing, trying to get into a little better shape, is I've started walking every day, and started out well with what I thought was a mile, but after I measured it, ended up being a mile and a half, and I've just been building up from that, and you know, now I've added my pack and hope to go further and further. Last night, actually, we were busy, and so it was a little late going, and Connor and I, we did our hike, our walk at night in the rain with our packs. So you know, yeah, add a little bit of that into it too. You know, it's almost like cross training for SHTF, you could think of it. But you know, you need to practice these things now. You know, make sure that you carry your EDC. Go shooting, and when you go shooting, don't just have fun, you know, plinking or whatever. Practice things. Try to improve at things. Try to improve at your drawing. Try to improve at, you know, your form. You know, then worry about tightening up your groups, yeah, but you know, you don't have, if things did go bad, you don't have all day long to sit there and try and get a beat on something. Make it more intuitive. You know, another thing is, you know, practice scenarios. Whenever you're out and, you know, you're in your workplace, or you're just out shopping, or anywhere you go, and you know, you may not have your whole kit with you. Look around you while you're working or shopping or whatever. Look around and say, if something went bad right now, you know, what could I use here around me? You know, first of all, I'd suggest looking for your 5 C's. You know, you want your, which, you know, some of them, hopefully most of them, you will already have on you. You know, it's kind of hard sometimes to carry a container or a cover with you, but you know, cordage, a simple paracord bracelet, you know, cutting tool, you know, a knife in your pocket. Combustion, you can have a lighter or a ferro rod with you. But think about that kind of stuff wherever you are. You know, don't let it consume you, but you know, just a quick look around and say, you know, if something happened right now, you need to be able to go into that mode. But you know, mainly just don't assume that you're going to be able to do this stuff. don't assume that you're going to be able to take off and bug out and hike for, you know, 50 miles to some place to set up camp or whatever if you're not used to walking a few hundred feet, you know, and getting out of breath. Which I'm kind of out of breath right now where I'm working here, but yeah, this is the chicken coop, and I'm a little behind. I had to clean it out, put some new straw in, and I'm gonna lay another layer of wood chips in here, and I'm just gonna layer it this time and let some of what I already had in here kind of compost with it, and you know, I'll eventually rake some of it back out to use for garden, and but there's still a lot of rock here right now, so you know, build up a base layer of soil. But the chickens are doing good. I'll try and show you guys here. There's the chickens. They have grown tremendously, and they're all super friendly. I come in here every day. They're come right up to me, and this run and coop has been doing well. Actually, today was the first time that I've seen one of them outside of this run, and you know, they'll jump up here and they'll roost around the edge some through the day, mostly whenever it's about feeding time. But there was one got over here into the weeds picking around, and there's Effie. Say hi, Effie. Say hi, Effie. That's Effie saying hi, guys. Effie's a good dog. She's well behaved. But yeah, so I'm getting ready to this evening, probably after they go on roost, add our older hen that I have in a separate kennel. So I need to get a nest box right in here. This, I'm gonna use that as the egg door to access the boxes. See if I can let you guys see in here just a little bit, if it'll show. I've got a couple roosts in here. But it's just big enough for the number of chickens I have. You know, if I was to add another little flock, I'd probably go out beyond this one and build another little run, and that would probably just be for you know, keeping bloodlines pure, a breed. You know, I do plan on crossing some and try to get some of that hybrid vigor, good egg layers. But yeah, this has been one of the jobs for the day. I need to bath the girls, the doggies, and get them lined out. Get a nest box built. Finish getting the mulch in here, and then I'll see if there's any time left what else I can get into. And I am going to take my walk today at some point, so I might try and put a little bit more footage in for you guys. We'll see. Alright, we got another score for the homestead today. We picked up a jumbo grape and a thornless blackberry. So we're going to try to get those in the ground here in just a little bit. And that will add to some of what we already have. We don't have any blackberries growing yet, but we do have raspberries. And we've got a few different varieties of grapes, muscadines, so hopefully they'll start producing good. But just a deal we found, so we figured we'd add it. Okay guys, we got them in the ground, the grape, and there's the blackberry. And I just wanted to go over some of the talking points from today. You know, you do need to practice whatever you want to be good at. You know, we said don't just assume that you're going to be able to farm and garden if you've never farmed and gardened in the past. Don't assume that you're going to be some kind of marksman shooter or super good with a knife if you don't shoot and work with your knife. You know, don't just assume that you're going to be able to hike for miles without ever walking. You know what, you know, sometimes you have to be really honest with yourself on some things. What kind of shape are you in? You know, it seems like during the winter especially, you know, we get complacent and we sit and we kind of let ourselves go. You know, there's things that you can practice right now. You can carry your EDC. Make it a point every day to carry some kind of everyday carry setup. You know, 3 of the 5 C's that are really easy to carry would be cordage, a cutting tool, and a combustion device. Something else that you can practice right now is raise a garden. It's getting later in the season, but there's still things that can be planted now. You know, if you build a little box and plant just a few things in it, you're going to learn more from doing than you are watching somebody else and listening and reading. You should continue to research and learn new ways of doing things, but you have to try them at some point. Another thing that you can practice right now is go shooting. You know, you don't have to blow through your expensive protection ammo, self-defense ammo. Get some of the cheap stuff and just go out. Be careful and practice your form, practice your aim. Try to get your groups as tight as possible with cheap ammo. It's only going to get better with better ammo. And one other thing is go through and practice your scenarios. Be thinking about, you know, when you're just sitting at home in your living room watching TV and you're comfortable and you're complacent, what if something happened that right then, you know, you were trapped there? What do you have? If, you know, anything could happen. There's snowstorms, there's tornadoes, there's earthquakes. There's SHTF situations, there could be martial law, you could, I mean, it could be anything. But do you have the stuff there to help you stay there for the time being? Try to figure out, you know, stuff like that. When you're at work, if something happened, how would you get home? If, say, there was an EMP and your vehicle didn't work, are you prepared to hike back home? Are you prepared to hike back home if you need to keep from being seen, evading people or whatever. What is there around you at work that you could use? Just think about that stuff, and remember to keep your head on a swivel, practice the things you want to be good at, and question everything. Until next time.